Shalom Akim. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash, double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect. And this lesson is going to go into what does it mean to trim your lamps, according to Matthew 25, and I'll start at the top. Then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins, which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom. And 5 of them were wise, and 5 were foolish. They that were foolish took their lamps, and took no oil with them, but the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps. Okay? When the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and slept. And at midnight there was a cry made, Behold, the bridegroom cometh, go ye out to meet him. Then all those virgins arose and trimmed their lamps. Okay, so we understand the bridegroom is Yahweh Shai. Okay, his bride, all right, his woman, Israel, all right, more so the elect of Israel is going to be prepared for him. How are they going to be prepared for him? All right, by the faith, okay, by seeing what's going on and preparing themselves as they see the day approaching. Okay. Just like on a wedding day, all right, or even prior to the wedding day, the wife is getting her dress groomed, making sure all the invitations are sent out, okay, all the decorations are set up to get ready for that great day, okay, and us, being of the hopeful elect, are doing as as a wife would do, all right, because this is a special day between her and her husband, okay? So to trim your lamps, right, just did a quick Google search. What does it mean to trim a lamp? And the days when light came from burning oil in lamps, a vessel at sea needed crewmen to constantly care for the lamps. Okay. And who are the lamps? All right, let's go to Matthew chapter 5. Verse 14. I start at the top actually. And seeing the multitudes, he went up unto a mountain, and when he was set up, his disciples came unto him, and he opened his mouth and taught them, saying, all right, now I'm going to skip down to verse 14. Ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light to all them that are in the house. Okay, so we are that lamp that we're constantly caring for you. Okay, we're constantly caring for that lamp, which is ourselves. How are we doing that? By constantly going over breakdowns, by looking at the news, okay, by being brotherly, all right, by making sure our actions are correct, all right, knowing that others are watching us, all right. This care involved trimming the wick, which drew the oil, all right, because another thing about a lamp is that a lamp, it gives light to all those that are around it, okay? So our actions are supposed to denote, all right, the righteousness of Yahweh Shai. This care involved trimming the wick, which drew the oil up from the storage reservoir, so that the flame would be clean and bright, okay? And how is our flame consistently clean? All right, let's go to Psalms, right? Chapter 119 and verse 9. It says, wherewithal shall a young man cleanse his way? By taking heed thereto according to thy word. All right, so as we speak, as we edify, it's supposed to be according to the word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, and here it is today, as brothers going into, you have guys who constantly are put out as a forefront, all right, as a teacher, all right, but they're not doing that, all right. They're actually losing the oil, whereas in these final days, your oil is supposed to be getting brighter and brighter, seeing as all these things are happening, seeing that the things that we've been preaching are coming to pass. Your oil is supposed to be getting brighter and brighter, but these guys, their oil is actually getting dimmer, okay. So reading on, it says this care involved trimming the wick, which drew the oil up from the storage reservoir so that the flame would be clean and bright. A poorly trimmed wick creates a flame which is dim and smoky. Okay? So now a smoky flame, all right? Again, you're not giving light to those around you, all right? And you're harming them, you're choking them out, all right? You're actually becoming a nuisance to those that are around you. Okay? So the elect, their light should be getting brighter. All right, this is Proverbs chapter 4 and verse 18. But the 4 and 18, but the path of the just is that's the shining light that shineth more and more until the perfect day. The perfect day, again, is when we at the altar with Yahweh Shai, the spiritual altar, all right, which is those chariots, all right, giving homage to Yahweh Shai, all right. And Yahweh Shai knew he would see us again. As a matter of fact, he said, in the last Passover, he said, I'm going to drink this wine together with you when I return, roughly paraphrasing. Okay? So it's going to be a celebration when he comes back. But now, we have to prepare for that beautiful day. Okay? And it's very important that everything is in order. As, what's that, Matthew 22, it speaks about Yahweh Shai was speaking to the man that didn't have his garment. And the man that didn't have his garment, that wasn't prepared for his husband, all right, he was cast out into the outer darkness. As also Matthew 25, if I would have continued to read, says the same thing. Okay? So our lights are supposed to shine more and more until the perfect day. Our faith is supposed to be stronger and stronger until the perfect day. And that consists in praying, reading, studying, going over the breakdowns, going into prophecy as our apostles push us to. Okay? The way of the wicked is as darkness. They know not at what they stumble. Okay? They know not at what they stumble. And there's a great offense for causing others to stumble too. So this is why we must have our lights to shine. We must, you must have the 100% truth for this gospel. All right, in which the Holy Spirit would give you, as Yahweh Shai told his disciples in John 16. Okay, this is 2 Peter chapter 1. I want to say that's John 16 and 13. Okay, but this is 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 19. It says, we have also a more sure word of prophecy, whereunto ye do well that ye take heed, as unto a light that shineth in a dark place, until the day dawn and the day star arise in your hearts. Okay? What's that day dawn and that day star is Yahweh Shai. Okay? All right, this is St. John chapter 8, verse 12. Then spake Yahweh Shai again unto them, saying, I am the light of the world. He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the lights of life. Okay, so Yahweh Shai is that day star. Okay, the day star represents what? The sun. All right, which the sun is the brightest. You know, the scriptures say no man can Salakia. The sun is the the stronger light, that rules the day. So Yahweh Shai is the day star. Okay. What was our second? Second Peter's 1, I'll start at the top again at verse 19. We have also a more sure word of prophecy, whereunto ye do well that ye take heed, as into a light that shineth in a dark place, unto the day dawn, and the day star arise in your hearts. And as this world is in great confusion, we understand what's going on. One day it's weather's 50 degrees, the next day it's 80. Okay. One day Esau's telling you that he loves you, the next day he's putting you to death. People don't understand what's going on, man. But we of the hopeful elect, we have a clear understanding. All right, that Yahweh Shai is on his way back. All right. Why is it that more people are being put to death? All right, the scriptures speak about that. All right, why are kids so unruly, and what's going on with this Mo agenda? That's all written of in the scriptures. Okay, so it says, knowing this first, that no privacy of scriptures of any private interpretation. Okay, but Salakia, that was pretty much the point, though. All right, we have a more sure word of prophecy, whereunto ye do well that ye take heed, you do good. Okay, real quick, let's see what that word well means. You do beautifully, excellent, fine. All right, whereunto you do fine. Okay. So, hey, man. With that, Lord willing, you are edified. Shalom to the elect.